stop feeding the narcissist. 10 tactics to take back your power. Have you ever felt trapped in an emotional labyrinth where every path seems to lead back to one person? Every conversation feels like a one-person show. Every argument revolves around an infinite ego, and every decision seems to require the approval of an unrivaled ruler. If you're nodding along, if your heart recognizes this pattern, then chances are you're dealing with one of the most complex and exhausting relationship dynamics: narcissism. This isn't just about someone who loves themselves. It's far deeper, far more destructive. Narcissism, in its darkest form, is a beautiful yet toxic mask, an illusion of perfection that demands everything from you but never truly reciprocates. It feels like your energy is being drained little by little, leaving you empty, confused, and questioning your own sanity. But there's good news. You are not alone, and most importantly, you are not powerless. In this video, we'll delve into the heart of this issue, understand how narcissists operate, and more importantly, we'll reveal 10 powerful tactics to take back your power from their grasp. Get ready for enlightenment, because after this, the way you view relationships and yourself will never be the same. Let's begin this journey together. Let's start by understanding what narcissism is from a psychological perspective. Imagine a personality built on a foundation of deep fragility, covered by layers of grandiosity, entitlement, and an insatiable need for attention and admiration. Narcissists aren't always physically abusive. Often, the damage they inflict is far more subtle, seeping into the soul through emotional manipulation, gaslighting, and the gradual erosion of your self-esteem. They are masters of illusion, adept at projecting a perfect self-image, while secretly draining the vital energy of those around them. They lack empathy, the ability to truly understand or share the feelings of others, meaning your needs and feelings are often invisible or completely disregarded. They feel entitled to special treatment, and criticism, no matter how small, is a major threat to their fragile ego, often triggering narcissistic rage. Understanding this is a first step. It's not about blaming them, but about recognizing the existing pattern. Now, let's talk about how you can start to break free from this entanglement one step at a time, taking back control of your life. Remember, this is a process, and every small action is a victory. 1. Recognize and acknowledge the reality, your wake-up call. The first step is the most difficult yet most crucial, acknowledging that you are dealing with a narcissist. This isn't about diagnosing them, but about recognizing recurring and damaging behavioral patterns. They might be your partner, parent, boss, or close friend. You may have long felt that something isn't right, often feeling ignored, belittled, or constantly guilty, even when you've done nothing wrong. Acknowledge that this discomfort is an important signal. Stop making excuses or hoping they will change. True change in narcissists is very rare, as this is an intrinsic part of their personality structure. Accepting this reality is a turning point, a painful but essential liberation. This is when you stop fighting the current and start swimming toward the shore. 2. Practice gray rock, becoming a boring gray stone. This is one of the most effective tactics to defuse the drama a narcissist creates. Imagine yourself as a boring, uninteresting gray stone. The goal of gray rock is to make yourself unappealing to the narcissist, so they no longer get narcissistic supply from you. That is, attention, drama, emotions, both positive and negative, and reactions. When they try to provoke you, speak in a flat, brief, and unemotional tone. Give minimal answers, such as, "Oh, I see, all right," or "I understand." Do not explain, argue, or justify yourself. The less emotional response you give, the faster they will seek another source of drama. It feels unnatural at first, but it's a very powerful shield. 3. Set clear and firm boundaries, your unshakable red lines. Narcissists inherently disrespect boundaries. They see your boundaries as challenges or limits that need to be broken. Therefore, you must set very clear boundaries and communicate them firmly, leaving no room for negotiation. This might mean, "I will not discuss that topic again," or "If you start yelling, I will end this conversation," or "I can only meet you for 1 hour." Most importantly, You must be prepared to enforce these boundaries. If they violate them, stop interacting. Consistency is key. They will test your boundaries repeatedly, so your firmness is your best defense. 4. Limit communication, quantity and quality. Once you set boundaries, the next step is to limit the amount and type of your communication with a narcissist. If possible, minimize direct interaction. If not, use more formal and structured communication methods, such as email or text messages, would allow you to record conversations and avoid direct verbal manipulation. Avoid personal or emotional topics that they can use to provoke or control you. Focus only on factual and essential information. This isn't about being rude. It's about protecting yourself from constant exposure to their toxicity. 5. Stop seeking validation, the source of power from within. One of the biggest traps in narcissistic relationships is the unconscious need for approval or validation from the narcissist. They are experts at making you feel not good enough, and then offering a tiny bit of praise only to reel you back in. Stop seeking their approval. Your strength does not depend on their opinion of you. Start seeking validation from within yourself, from people who genuinely care and from your personal achievements, no matter how small. When you stop seeking external validation, you dry up one of their main supply sources. 6. Build a support network, your circle of positive reinforcement. Being caught in a narcissistic relationship often leaves you feeling isolated. Narcissists may actively try to alienate you from friends and family who might see what's happening. Countering this isolation is vital. Find supportive friends, family, or even a therapist with whom you can talk and who understands this relationship dynamic. Sharing your experiences with people who listen without judgment will help you validate your feelings, reduce self-doubt, and give you an objective perspective. A support network is your anchor in the storm. 7. Focus on yourself, your most important investment. Up until now, your energy may have been completely drained managing the narcissist's emotions, satisfying their needs, or trying to make them happy. Now it's time to shift that focus entirely to yourself. Identify what you need emotionally, mentally, and physically. Do things that make you happy, that restore your energy, and that develop your interests. This could be a new hobby, exercise, meditation, or simply spending time alone for reflection. Prioritize your mental and emotional health above all else. This is not selfish. It is the most fundamental form of self-protection. 8. Understand phenomenon of gaslighting. Trusting your own reality. Gaslighting is an insidious and truly terrifying manipulation tactic at the core of narcissistic abuse. It's a psychological game where a narcissist systematically works to make you doubt your own memory, perception, and even your sanity. This isn't just about disagreeing. It's a deliberate, calculated effort to dismantle your sense of reality, leaving you feeling utterly confused and disoriented. They might outright deny something they clearly said or did, even when confronted with evidence, or twist facts and past events so skillfully that you begin to question what actually happened. Their goal is to make you feel as if you're the one who's crazy, overreacting, or simply misremembering, thereby maintaining their control over your mind and emotions. The most potent way to combat gaslighting is to fiercely trust your own instincts and internal compass. That gut feeling, that persistent sense that something isn't right, is your most valuable ally. If it's feasible and safe to do so, make it a practice to record important events or conversations, whether through a quick note on your phone, an email timestamp, or a private journal entry. These objective records can serve as powerful anchors to your reality when the narcissist tries to distort it. When you find yourself feeling deeply confused, disoriented, or as if you're losing your grip on what's real, consciously remind yourself, I know what I experience. Reiterate this truth to yourself to counteract their false narratives. Furthermore, actively seek validation from reliable external sources, trusted friends, family members who understand the dynamic, or therapists. Their objective perspective can help you ground yourself and confirm that your perceptions are valid. Under no circumstances should you let them define your reality. Your experience is yours alone, and it is valid, regardless of their attempts to undermine it. 9. Prepare an exit plan. If necessary, your freedom is in your hands. In certain situations, for your own well-being and to genuinely reclaim your power, the most effective, and sometimes the only, path forward is to cut ties completely with a narcissistic individual. This is by no means an easy choice. It's a deeply personal decision that often comes with immense emotional weight and practical complexities. The difficulty is frequently amplified when a relationship involves significant and interwoven aspects of your life, such as a marriage, the shared raising of children, or deeply embedded family ties that have existed for many years. The prospect of disrupting these established structures can feel overwhelming, leading to hesitation and prolonged suffering. However, regardless of the challenges, it is absolutely crucial to have a well-thought-out plan if you're considering this profound step. This strategic plan should encompass several key areas to ensure your safety and stability. It might include meticulous financial preparation, ensuring you have the resources to support yourself independently. It will also likely involve identifying alternative living arrangements where you can find peace and security away from the influence of the narcissist. Furthermore, securing appropriate legal support is often indispensable, especially in cases of divorce, custody battles, or asset division, to protect your rights and interests. Most importantly, if there is any indication of potential danger or escalation, developing a comprehensive safety plan is paramount to ensure your physical and emotional security during and after the separation process. If you find yourself feeling truly trapped within this relationship, and you can clearly see that it is severely damaging your mental health, eroding your self-esteem, causing anxiety, or leading to depression, then it is imperative to start seriously considering this option for your long-term well-being. Do not hesitate to seek professional help to guide you through this intricate process. Therapists, counselors, and legal advisors specializing in narcissistic abuse can provide invaluable support and expertise. Ultimately, remember this fundamental truth. You deserve peace, a life free from manipulation, emotional turmoil, and constant invalidation. 10. Prepare for the vacuum effect and flying monkeys, the final test of your strength. When you bravely begin to withdraw your energy and consciously reclaim your power, understand that the narcissist, driven by their deep-seated need for control and supply, is highly unlikely to give up easily. This shift in dynamics often triggers their desperate attempts to pull you back into their orbit, a manipulative strategy often termed the vacuum effect. They will employ a range of tactics, from showering you with false promises and seemingly sincere, albeit shallow, apologies, to escalating to outright threats or dramatic crises designed to elicit your concern and draw you back into their manufactured drama. Their goal is to reestablish the familiar pattern of control and ensure their narcissistic supply remains uninterrupted. Beyond their direct attempts, you must also be vigilant for the activation of their flying monkeys. These are individuals who may be friends, family members, or even acquaintances who are either unknowingly or knowingly manipulated by the narcissist to deliver messages, spread misinformation, or actively side with them against you. These flying monkeys have become an extended arm of the narcissist's control, often believing the distorted narrative fed to them, making it even more challenging as you navigate your path to freedom. It is absolutely crucial that you do not let yourself be provoked by any of these maneuvers. Their actions, whether direct or through others, are merely a reflection of their desperation to maintain dominance. Always remember their repetitive behavioral patterns. This consistent, self-serving cycle is a hallmark of their disorder. Above all, keep your boundaries strong and impenetrable, consistently reinforcing them, even when it feels exhausting. This period, when you assert your independence and they push back, truly represents the ultimate test of your commitment to protecting yourself and your well-being. You have invested so much emotional energy and taken such significant steps to distance yourself. You have unequivocally come too far to return to that destructive cycle of manipulation and emotional drain. Stay firm. Stay true to yourself. And remember the freedom that awaits beyond their final desperate attempts. Breaking free from a narcissist's hold is undoubtedly a challenging path, demanding immense courage, unwavering patience, and an absolute commitment to yourself. It's a journey where you might grapple with waves of guilt, nagging self-doubt, and even profound ache of loss. These feelings are normal, a natural part of disentangling yourself from a deeply enmeshed dynamic. Yet, amidst these struggles, it's vital to remember that each deliberate step you take, every boundary you set, and every moment you choose yourself is the purest, most profound act of self-love imaginable. It's about reclaiming your inherent worth, one decision at a time. You absolutely deserve a relationship built on genuine respect, where your voice is not just heard, but truly valued, and where your authentic self is acknowledged without conditions or manipulation. You are entitled to a life characterized by deep inner peace and expansive emotional freedom, not one dictated by another's insatiable ego. While the narcissist may have relentlessly tried to dim your spirit, to steal your vibrant light and leave you feeling small, understand that this light has never truly vanished. It has always resided within you, perhaps hidden, but now it's patiently waiting to shine again with renewed brilliance and strength. Consider the tactics we've discussed not just as a list, but as your personal roadmap back to yourself. Take your time to apply them one by one, understanding that progress isn't always linear. Adapt them to your unique situation, knowing that what works for one person might need tweaking for another. And critically, if at any point you feel overwhelmed or the weight of this journey becomes too heavy to bear alone, please do not hesitate to seek professional support. Therapists and counselors specializing in narcissistic abuse can offer invaluable guidance, tools, and a safe space to process your experiences. Remember this truth above all. You possess the innate power to rewrite the narrative of your life. It's time to consciously stop feeding the narcissist with your energy, your reactions, and your attention, and instead, intentionally start feeding your own soul with kindness, healing, and self-compassion. The ability to shift this dynamic, to reclaim your joy and your future, rests firmly in your hands. You undeniably deserve happiness, a life that resonates with genuine well-being and fulfillment. We are truly grateful that you chose to join us on this profoundly important journey of understanding and liberation. If watching this video has brought you even a flicker of enlightenment, a moment of recognition, or a surge of hope, please feel free to share it widely with anyone you know who might be caught in a similar struggle and could benefit from its message. Your act of sharing could be the very catalyst they need to begin their own path to healing. Thank you once more, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video, continuing our shared exploration of growth and well-being.